Yeah, I want to talk about being in good spirits. Being in good spirits, if you want to strip away the religious aspects about it, because listen, when you want to let's say you're a non-religious person, right? And you're in front of a person who is religious, right? And then the person who's religious see you being in a bad mood, right? And then they be like, okay, well, check this out. You need to be in good spirits, right? And then the first annotations and logical inference you bring in your brain is to be like, well, don't tell me to be in good. You might not say it to this person, or you may be ignorant to say it to this person. And this person may have been ignorant saying that to you, not understanding the ramifications of the religious program. So when a person tell you that is religious, you need to be in good spirits, they don't understand that they coming from an aspect, and they're coming from a vortex of being naive with naive. Y'all know me, nigga. I'm trying to come up with motherfucking words that make sense in my worldview, nigga. When I come out with a dictionary, it's gonna be my shit. You know what I'm saying? But far as this, we're going to use the English language, you know what I'm saying? They look at it like you're naive, and the reason you're telling them to be in good spirits is because you're up under programs where you're convinced that being in good spirits is holding to this perception. And then if you, a non-religious person, and then you be ignorant, or you're not ignorant, but you're thinking in your brain like, listen, that shit is not even real, both of y'all are wrong. This is why people who argue with each other religions are wrong, or whatever like that. People have to come from a top of the pyramid type of mentality to understand that we're all, like, look at it like this: the top of the pyramid is the one perception. All the building blocks under it and all that shit, once it's spread out in hundreds and hundreds of blocks, all those are different perceptions and different conclusions of the one perception. So when a person is when a person is telling a person to be in good spirits, the religious person has to understand that what being in something really means. And then a person who's not religious needs to understand that this person means no harm. They're both right and they're both wrong, just from the standpoint of perception where they're coming from. Now, how they're both right is because there is a such thing as being in good spirits. And then for the person to say that there's no such thing as being in a good spirit, he's also right. And here's the delusion right here. Because everything in all languages, all words, sigils, frequencies, and vibrations and sounds come from one thing, right? So both of them are right. Being in good spirits. So when you be in something, you're going into a vortex. You're going into a sphere of reality. You're jumping into a frequency. Just like you're turning into the radio station. Say you want to turn it a hip-hop station. You're going into the frequency of the hip-hop station. Say you want the rock and roll station. You're going into the frequency of the rock and roll station. So it's like the frequencies is the frequency, and the waves of the frequency is the vibration. So how good you pick up that frequency of the hip hop station is the clearer it is, the higher the vibration you picked up. The lower is the lower the lower the vibration you picked up. You didn't pick up enough of the vibration of that frequency to get it clear enough. So that's just like people, and that's just like what our minds is in, and our brain is the channel for that. You know what I'm saying? To go in, like our brain is the radio. Our mind is the frequencies is just getting thrown out there. The vibration is the frequency we're picking up. How high or low it is. How high or low the frequency is. That's the vibration of it. The movement of it. That's the vibration of it. The vortex is what it creates. It creates a vortex, a sphere of reality. So if you're a person who only like hip hop, you're in this hip hop sphere of reality. If you're a person who only like rock and roll, you're in the rock and roll sphere of reality. Now you can change frequencies, but say you change to the rock and roll, the frequency might be too. Regardless of how the vibration is, if your frequency, your own frequency is too low, you're not gonna catch all the vibrations, because you don't really care about that sphere of reality anyway to catch all the waves of the vibration. So your frequency to it is low. So you may be a person that's just like the radio station. You may be a person who live way out the way to the point you can't pick up that frequency. That's within inside you also. If you get my analogy, when I'm trying to bring it into you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the new mixtape I'm coming out with. The You mixtape is coming after it. But first I'm going to drop the Ohio, which is just me and a bunch of other people, like I just dropped with the Everybody Eats mixtape. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I got to wrap this video up because they can't be longer than 15 minutes now. YouTube is on some bullshit. And you know what I'm saying? Being in good spirits is basically saying being in a good vortex, being in a good vibration frequency. You know what I'm saying? And you know the energy you carry, and it can't be like, you can't be telling yourself like, man, I need to put myself in a good mood. And that means you're not in a good mood. You know what I'm saying? Because if you was in a good mood, you don't have to find the words out of your mouth to even say that. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll be already in a good mood. So a person who's saying, man, I need to be in a good mood, but walking around, they're carrying that energy. So people is going to see that off you. And they're going to see a square of opposition energy off of you, because your mind's telling you one thing, but your actions is doing another. When really you just need to go ahead and jump into that vortex. And I gotta wrap this video up, man. It's more to elaborate on that, but you know what I'm saying? That's just being in good spirits is more about being in a good vibration frequency. You know what I'm saying? So if you're religious, don't have somebody tell you that and think they're wrong. And if you're not religious, don't have a person telling you to be in good spirits and think they're wrong. Because being in good spirits is being in a good energy. Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. This is the mind of an Antares Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God's duties and responsibilities. But there's a lot of motherfucking shit out here hindering me right now, due to these motherfucking electronics and due to these motherfucking robots out here that claim to be humans. Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure.